Hi everyone, ShelbyLive here. I'm so excited to tell you about this awesome guy that we have to interview tonight. He is the National District of Sales for the whole U River Company, and he's been around for quite a while. And we are so excited to introduce Mr. Eddy Mestre. So round of applause. He is here today with us. We are so excited. Hi, Eddy. How you doing?
Thank you so much for that amazing introduction, Shelby. It's great to be on with you. I'm so excited to go over what we offer with U River Cruises, and thank you again for having me on.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about Eddy. Tell us about what your whole background has been and who you are and where you've been and what, when U River Cruises came to light. Tell us about yourself. We want to
Absolutely.
know.
So I've been very fortunate to be with Uniworld and U River Cruises for about 3.5 years now, and it's an incredible brand, incredible company. It's a family-owned company, and you really feel like you're part of a family. I started off as the district sales manager for South Florida and the Caribbean, representing both brands, Uniworld and U River Cruises. But as of about a year ago, I got promoted to director of national sales for U River Cruises. Since this brand has been taking off, there's been a lot of great promotions, and I'm really excited to be part of the U River Cruise brand because I have a lot of great, exciting news to share with you all. A lot of great onboard life activities, excursions. So it's just been incredible. I'm really fortunate. So.
Yeah, you're off to Germany tomorrow, aren't you?
I am off to Germany tomorrow to be on one of our ships. We have our global sales conference out there, so I'll be on one of our ships tomorrow for a couple of days. So I'm excited to see the team.
I love it. I'm so excited. So most of my people know I'm Shelby Frenette. I'm a solo travel expert. I've been in the business 15 years. I've hosted hundreds of solo trips, thousands and thousands and thousands of singles. And I was so jazzed when we got to experience your product, Eddy. I was like, this is where it's at. Now, I love all cruising and all travel in general. I mean, I just love to travel. However, when I met U River Cruises, I was sincerely like, oh my gosh, everybody needs to try this. This is our people. This is what they've been yearning for. It's authentic. It's got that local flair. You feel like you're hopping on and off a yacht. It's like you really feel that personal touch, and it's just so luxurious not to have all those big lines. Not that I don't like cruise ships, I do, but it's definitely a different experience. So what to you makes river cruising so special?
That's a great question, Shelby. And as you mentioned, I've also been in the industry for about 13 years. And river cruising, and I work for some of the ocean liners as well, but river cruising is completely different, especially with U River Cruises, because you really get to visit the heart of these beautiful countries and destinations that we're visiting. So versus just cruising to the destinations, you're going to be cruising through them. And you're visiting some of the smaller, quaint towns and villages that you might have never heard of before or never visited for not a U River cruise with us. For instance, I know you guys have a couple of amazing itineraries starting off in Amsterdam to Frankfurt and then down to Brussels, Belgium. But then you're visiting some small little quaint towns like Bruges, Bonn, Cologne, Germany, where once again, if you wouldn't have been on a river cruise with you might have not experienced that before. And the great thing with U River Cruises is that it's not just for the young, but also really for the young at heart. It's for those that want to really explore, immerse themselves into the destinations, because one of the great things with us is that we have a lot of overnight stays. So versus being at a destination for about 6 or 8 hours, you're actually going to be there sometimes for 2 days. For instance, in Amsterdam, one of the destinations that you'll be traveling as well. So it's a great way to visit all the beautiful monuments, the destinations, learn about the culture, the history, and then of course enjoy that delicious cuisine as well.
I agree with everything you just said. It's a totally different, luxurious way to truly get inside a port instead of just like this whirlwind of a sample, like run off, run on. You really have that feeling like, hey, my ship's waiting for me. And you mentioned Bruges, which I'm so excited about. I haven't seen this one yet. This to me reminds me of Colmar, and to me it was something that, let me see if I can get it a little bigger. It was definitely one of these Venices of Germany. That's kind of how I saw it. It was like I hadn't experienced something like that before. I didn't know there could be another little Venice, and it's almost nicer. And they have it on both ends of it. There's Colmar on that July 17th cruise, and then there's Bruges on the July 24th cruise. So basically, you get to see both of these little Venices of Germany. And I didn't know how special this part of the world was either. And I've been traveling for 15 years. I was so tickled pink about the Castles on the Rhine tour. I was like, I had no idea Germany was like this, and that you could throw a stone to France in some of those pathways. And that you could see like the castles as you went. I want to show a little picture of that too, because it was just the coolest thing. As you're going, you get to actually see the castles. Oh, I went too fast. When you're on the ship, you get to actually see the castles from the ship. That was the coolest thing. I think I lost that picture, but anyway, you'll have to come on the cruise to see it. It's definitely one of the most picturesque places I've ever seen, and I've seen quite a lot of places. So, it's something, I think it's special. It's more special than what we've had before, and that's one of the things I'm so excited about. So thank you for that. Another question we had for you, since we are spending so much time in Amsterdam, is what is your favorite thing to do in Amsterdam? Tell us.
So Amsterdam is such a beautiful city, and it's quite unique because there's so many bikes in Amsterdam, and on board our ships there's 50 bikes that you can use to just kind of venture off and explore Amsterdam on your own, or you can do some of the guided tours that we offer as well. But the thing that I love about Amsterdam is all the small little canals. So we have some excursions that take you on the canals to some of the cafes. We have something called the Six Senses of Amsterdam, where you visit 5 different cafes. You try, there's a cheese farm that we visit as well in Amsterdam. There's a Heineken factory, Anne Frank's house, museums. I could go on and on. I know we don't have all night, Shelby, but it's an incredible city. I am very fond of it. And this itinerary I love because it is going to be very port intensive. So you're actually going to be able to be in Amsterdam for 2 days, which is incredible. So you guys are going to absolutely love it. Once again, you have so many different tours to take advantage of. And then when you come back on the ship, there's so many onboard activities as well.
Yeah, you guys have plenty fun onboard activities. Besides Amsterdam being one of my favorite cities now, I have to tell people I really was a little leery of coming to Amsterdam. I wasn't sure that it was going to be my gig. I was like, it sounds a little seedy to me. And wow, was I wrong. The cheese, by the way, I've never bought so much cheese somewhere and brought it home. I wasn't even sure how much I was allowed. I figured they were going to be like, hey, that's enough cheese, lady. A lot home, like whatever I could carry that wouldn't get my luggage overweight. I've never bought so much cheese. It's so good. So that was a great gift, actually. People were very happy that Christmas. But the cheese was great, but it was more the vibe of the town was so unique that you could really, you really felt like you were somewhere totally different, and it worked. And it was just a really cool, like, I felt like I was a hipster, college, earth crunchy. I was cool again. I was like, I'm going. And they had great beers, and I love good beers. They had great beers there. I'm from Massachusetts originally, so that's kind of important to me.
Yep.
I thought that was very a good plus. So Amsterdam to me was a real highlight, and there is a party atmosphere, but not in the way I had anticipated. And I didn't even get to like the Anne Frank Museum, which I know I'm really excited about doing this time. I did do the what's the guy that
Hermitage, or no? I know there's the Hermitage.
Someone tell me, comment.
The Van Gogh Museum?
Yes, Van Gogh.
Yes. There's so many museums there, so it's hard to keep track. Yeah.
Just listing them. Yeah, so I only went to Van Gogh, which was great. Yeah. And I'm not necessarily a museum girl necessarily, but it was very moving and very interesting and kept my attention. The Anne Frank one I'm definitely going to this time. I know there's 2 more that I wanted to hit that are on the list. So there's a lot of days there. I mean, we have overnights, and some people like us are doing both trips, July 17th.
Oh, they're going to love it. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have quite a bit of time in Amsterdam. In fact, it's like, I think it's 3 nights overnight.
Yep, it'll be 3 nights.
Yeah.
So you have all those great, as you mentioned, the beer tastings, and then in Brussels, in Belgium, there's a Belgian beer, the chocolate, Belgian chocolate. We go to a factory as well. So you have the Gouda cheese farms, the chocolate factories. I mean, you're gonna have an incredible time.
I know. I'm so excited. It really is. So you talked about our onboard stuff. So one of the things that I think made it so unique, I've been on other river cruises to check them out for the groups actually. And one of the things I noticed was that they really didn't have a lot of activities on board that I was really interested in, you know, which is fine. That's all good. But when I went on you river cruises, I was like, wow, there's so much to do. You guys had like paint, what was it, paint and wine in the
paint
afternoon?
And wine. And as you mentioned, I mean, all the river cruise lines are great. Everybody's just different at what they do. So with you river cruises, as you mentioned, we are much more into the active, much more into the fun, the immersive experience, but also that onboard life. So, and the great thing about our brand is that it is not just for, let's say, families or solo travelers or multi-gens. I actually cruised 2 years ago with my fiance, my 20-year-old sister, and my mom that was 60. So it's great for everybody to enjoy not only the excursions, but also the onboard life, because we do have the paint and wine where you drink wine or also beer and paint. We have mixology classes. We have silent disco parties, which are absolutely hilarious to watch and a lot of fun to participate in as well. That's when everybody's dancing to their own music with different genres. I should have had some on right now and been dancing, but we'll save that for next time. And then we have tequila karaoke. So we have quite a lot of interesting and fun and different onboard experiences for everybody to enjoy onboard river cruises. There's even a photo booth for great photo opportunities that we could post later on this Facebook page. And then I know for your specific group as well, we actually have a couple different onboard experiences, like the Oktoberfest barbecue that we're going to be having. There's going to be a sail away party, so it's a welcome sailors party. And then we have a red theme party for Amsterdam. So there's just a lot of very unique onboard experiences that we offer with you river cruises, and then also for your groups as well. So I'm really excited about that. And I think we're playing a video. Yeah, there we go.
I was able to do that. I feel like I should get a promotion or something. Someone's gonna hire me. That was beautiful.
that video says it all. That video is perfect because it really shows that uniqueness that we offer, that onboard live, and it's a very intimate experience. There's only 120 guests on board our ships, so it's very unique, and everybody by the time they leave are going to be best friends, and I'm sure they're going to be traveling for years to come together. So I'm extremely excited for you all.
I agree. I think that happens on most all singles and cruises at all, that they become best friends. But this is a lot more intimate. I mean, there are just so many cool things to do, and you can do things on your own too, which I think a lot of people like. A lot of people like the idea of the tours are included. There is a tour included every single day. And then if you want those bigger tours, like the all day, go all into town and do the wine tastings and do the castle things, you can actually add into that if you'd like to. But there's a tour included every day in the price. Gratuities are included, great value, and the bicycles on board. To me, that's awesome because I really do like to go bike around a little town. I don't know if I can bike in Amsterdam. I got to be honest with you. They are serious about their biking. Like, wow. But I do like to bike around, like to go to Rudenstein, take the bikes, and that's included too. So that's super awesome. But I guess the last question, just to wrap it up, besides everyone, if you want to book, it's www.travel.fun. Book with our awesome people. We have so many great people already going. I saw a few already on here. And hi, Ben and Lisa. I really, really don't want you to miss it. That was people say you can do it next time. I'll try it next year. We don't do the same thing all the time. Number one, it just kind of waters everything down. So if you seriously want to do this trip, please don't wait. And there's life is kind of crazy. You just really need to live when you can, do what you can. Don't wait is always what I say. I've been working on cruise ships almost 20 years, and something I learned from the most well-traveled guest is do it while you can. Don't wait. Don't make excuses. If you have the money, it's time to go. Because we may not do the same trip. In fact, we're looking at a different trip. I think you're doing the Danube. So we're not necessarily doing the same trip. And while you can do a river cruise, you can't necessarily do it with a bunch of fun singles. So July 17th. That's the day. July 24th, that's the day. So let's end with why you river cruises is so much fun. If you can encapsulate it in one little thing, and I'll leave my thoughts at the end. And thank you again so much, Eddy, for taking the time to share with us and just be here to educate our guests, because we really appreciate it from the bottom of our heart. Thank you.
No, thank you, Shelby, and thank you to Travel.fun as well. So yeah, just with an overview of U River Cruises, I think it's a special experience, an absolutely incredible experience because of those amazing onboard activities. There's never going to be a dull moment on board U River Cruises, and you can do as much or as little as you like. So you can do those amazing excursions as we talked about. We have kayaking tours, we have those bike tours, or you can do some of the more leisure tours like the cheese farms that we visit, the chocolate factories. But I think it's really that farm to table philosophy that we offer on board our ships, and that personalized service. So we're a family owned company, as I mentioned, and our employees of U River Cruises are not just contracted staff members, they're actually employees of U River Cruises and of Uniworld. So you're going to feel like family as soon as you step onto our ships. So you really do have that unique onboard experience. And then those destinations, of course, they're going to be absolutely stunning with all those unique excursions and overnight stays that we offer. And then, as you mentioned, the gratuities are included. We have the Wi-Fi included as well. The excursions,
Yeah.
about 20 excursions per itinerary are included. So, I mean, it is an incredible experience for what we offer. And once again, it's only 120 guests. We have a spa on board, so if you just want to relax and have a spa treatment, we have that. Or if you want to work out, we have a fitness center as well. So just a lot for everybody to enjoy.
Thank you so much, Eddy. I'm going to end with just a few live videos that I've done in the past. One of them was in Rudensheim when I was there with Uniworld, which was amazing. And this was just it was just a very sincere capture of how I felt.
I'm live from Rudensheim, right? Let me show you. This is crazy great. It is like the most picturesque German town. I'll get some pictures. But we're in a cable car right now. I just wanted to share this with you because I had no idea about this part of Germany. I swear, I really got to learn more. But
And that was the truth. I was like, I really need to learn more, because honestly, I had no idea that it was that beautiful, that picturesque. They had those beer gardens, and those were the vineyards that we were looking over. And I just had no idea. And it's truly been an experience for me too. And I just am so excited to share it. You know, when you find something great, you just want to share it again and again and again. So thank you once again, Eddy. We are looking forward to more information and having more people experience what you're bringing to them. So I'm Shelby. You're fabulous, Eddy. Thank you so much, River Cruises and Uniworld. And we'll see you on www.travel.fun. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you. Have a great evening, everyone. Take care.